Hey guys, it's Belle, and today I am doing my June candle empties. So I have my candles ready to go, so I wanted to go ahead and get started and give you a little bit of a run through on the candles I finished up this month and kind of what I thought of them. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one I am still burning. It's the Yankee Strawberry Buttercream, and I'm filming this a couple of days before the end of June. So by the time June is over, this will be gone. For a buttercream kind of scent, I think that this one was very well fragranced. I, for one, have never really had luck with the standard Yankee buttercream. It just has never really thrown for me in years past. So for this to be strawberry buttercream, I was pleasantly surprised for a similar type of candle, but this one was definitely more fragranced. It has sort of a artificial strawberry scent for sure, but there's just something about it that I really, really like. It's not quite as... It doesn't really have like a strawberry ice cream kind of note or anything like that. It does have more of just a softer, like slightly sweet kind of cream note, and then that sweet artificial strawberry. So overall, it's good. I do actually have some votives in this scent that I have not burned yet, but I would probably repurchase this scent, maybe in a tart or some more votives down the line. But for those of you who don't already know, I have a lot of large Yankee jars that I purchased in 2015, and pretty much my goal for this year, for 2016, is to pretty much burn through those Yankee jars that I hauled last year, because for 2017, I want to focus more on like medium jars, boutique kind of style candles, that kind of type of candle versus these big large jars that just take up so much time to get through. So I'm kind of sort of changing my candle burning routine. So you will see this month that I have burned quite a few Yankee jars, and that is why. But as far as the scent goes, this was a good one. So moving on to lemon zest. Now I did do a review with 3 of my lemon candles that I was burning this month, and those 3 were lemon zest, celebrate, and cherry lemonade. Actually, let me move this over a little bit so you can see all 3 of them. There we go. Lemon zest, honestly, the throw was about a 4. Toward the bottom, it did get a little bit stronger. I might put it up to about a 5. I liked it. It didn't really have a cleaner, like a lemon cleaner smell to me, so it was nice. It had a little bit of something sort of creamy, vanilla, plus lemon, so it was a nice, like, sweet kind of summer lemon smell, but the throw was just not that great. As far as burn quality, it burned just fine. I had no issues with that. Now, Celebrate was just a huge disappointment. So I gave it a throw of a 1. Honestly, it probably deserved a 0 in some cases, but I will say that toward the bottom, there ended up being a ton of fragrance oil that was literally like seeping out of the bottom. If I would put the jar on its side, the oils would just come flowing out from underneath the wax, and I thought, okay, here we go, because it seemed very scented. It's going to throw for the last little bit of wax that I had left, and it did improve a tiny bit, but I still would put the throw at about a 3, so it was just overall extremely disappointing. If you have this candle, exchange it, return it, whatever. It is not even worth your time. It is a very, very bad thrower. As far as performance go, you can see it burned pretty well, evenly, but just not a thrower. Very disappointing. Cherry Lemonade, however, was my favorite of the 3 lemon scents, and actually was the strongest Yankee out of all these Yankees I'm going to show you today. So I would put the throw at about a 6 for the most part. Sometimes I felt like it might have been more of like a 7, but overall it was about a 6. It had a really nice, genuine lemonade smell. I honestly couldn't pick out much of anything that was cherry to me. Maybe something a little bit kind of fruity or even slightly tart maybe, but that could just be the lemonade that I'm picking up. I liked it though. It had a really nice sort of genuine lemonade smell. It was sweet, not at all like a cleaner or anything like that, so I liked it. It was the best thrower, had a really nice smell, so yeah, it was definitely a good one. I would consider repurchasing this one, and I do actually have this in a medium jar, so I will probably burn that next summer. So yeah, it was a good one. I liked Cherry Lemonade. So the last Yankee that I burned is Red Raspberry, and this particular one was pretty light. I did actually find it really nice on cold because you got sort of a more genuine kind of raspberry or like berry note, because I think a lot of berry fragrances, kind of like the strawberry buttercream, they can be a little bit more on the artificial side, but this one was a little bit more genuine, and there was something about it that I kind of could pick up. Some of the greenery that it shows in the photo, I don't know if that's mint or if that's just stems, you know, leaves on the stems or whatever, but there was just something very sort of natural and maybe even slightly like herbal to the really nice sort of sweet, more genuine raspberry smell. But unfortunately, it didn't translate when burning at all. Also, going back to the scent, it kind of had like a jam quality, I should say that too. It kind of really did have like a raspberry preserve kind of smell. But anyway, as far as the throw goes, I would not rate it very highly. I would probably give it about a 3 or a 4. It definitely wasn't quite as strong as Lemon Zest, so to be fair, I'd probably put it at about a 3. I could smell it in a really small, limited space, but it definitely did not perform well in a bigger area. So for that reason, I would not repurchase it in a jar. I might go ahead and melt what I do have left in the bottom here. I usually give my mother-in-law all of my leftover wax because she loves to melt more than burn. So I usually pass that on to her, but I might actually keep the red raspberry, try it in my wax warmer, and just kind of see how it does. But so yeah, I would say out of all the Yankees, Cherry Lemonade is a definite good one. Lemon Zest was good, but it could be improved if the scent throw was a little bit better. And then Strawberry Buttercream is another really good one that surprised me. So that one is definitely one that I would consider repurchasing for sure. Alright, so here is the last of my candle empties for June. I'm going to put one of my little mini candles in the picture here. I actually found this when I was doing some cleaning. I don't know if any of you remember this scent from Slatkin. It is the Frosted Tangerine Cake. Apparently it was a winner. I'm not really sure if like customers voted on it or whatever, or maybe they had a contest way back when and someone kind of came up with the idea for this and they won or something. I don't know. But it says on the bottom that the notes are a blend of fresh tangerine, sweet pineapple, powdered sugar, cream cheese frosting, and a hint of coconut. Honestly, this candle is pretty old. Just to put it in perspective, this is still in plastic, which they are now all in glass. That's how old it is. So it really didn't have a throw, but I went ahead and used it up anyway. But I thought that was pretty cool for like a little trip down memory lane. But as far as actual candles that I did burn, just to finish up the month, I did a large colonial candle in this scent Guava and Papaya, which is from the Rio de Janeiro line. I think that's a line they had last summer. I don't know. And then I also finished up a Bath & Body Works in London Tea and Lemon. So Rio de Janeiro, on cold, I actually preferred this a lot. You really could pick out the guava and the papaya. It was really fresh and fruity and summery, but unfortunately while burning, it just was not as strong as I had hoped. Most colonial candles, in my experience, do perform very well and they throw very well. But this one was not the best thrower, I have to say. But as far as burn quality, it was absolutely true to form for colonial candle. I mean, just a flawless burner. It burns down to just this tiny little bit of wax left in the bottom, the smallest little sliver, just completely a beautiful burner, so I have no complaints with that. But unfortunately, as far as the scent goes, I would not repurchase it. It just didn't do it for me. Just the scent throw was not there, and that's kind of strange for a colonial in my experience. So as far as London Tea and Lemon though, out of all the candles that I burned this month, this was by far the strongest of all of them. All of them across the board. This was the winner as far as scent throw goes. I would probably put it at about a 9 out of 10. It was so strong. The wicks were just fabulous. There were no puny wicks whatsoever. It burned beautifully the whole way through and was just incredibly strong. So I absolutely love it. I would recommend this for sure. It does seem to be a little bit heavier on the lemon note, but not at all like a cleaner, just a very nice lemon scent. And then you do get some of that sort of like leafy tea kind of quality with it, but for me it's predominantly like more on the lemon side. But still has like the tea kind of vibe, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. I cannot say enough good things about this one. Very, very impressed with it. And so I probably will try and pick up another one of these here when they're on sale, if I can find it, whatever. So anyway, that'll do it for my June empties, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And also let me know what you guys do in the summertime, because as far as burning candles, because I've been finding myself not really wanting to burn as many candles. I didn't have as much variety this month because I was tackling these bigger jars, which do take a lot more time, the Yankees especially. But just in general, on really hot days, I just haven't been burning as much, so I'm not really sure how my July will shape up. We'll kind of have to see how the weather is. I might have less or more, just kind of depends. But let me know what your summer burning habits are, because I don't know, there's just something kind of hard when it's a 90-degree day lighting up candles. Am I alone in that? I don't know. Alright, you guys, well, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in July. Bye.